Okay, so I just watched a video online, in the process of watching a video online, which is a discussion between John Lennox and Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin being the individual who runs Rubin's Report, a online podcast show where he normally has atheist guests on, where he's discussing certain concepts and where they're sharing their thoughts. Now, what's interesting is that recently Dave Rubin has come out and disassociated from the atheist label, right? Normally, or he was known as an atheist. And what's interesting is that what I watched from this discussion so far, he makes a very interesting point that he became to be known as an atheist because he was getting on a lot of atheist guests, such as Sam Harris, etc. And obviously, maybe he was influenced by these individuals and he adopted that particular label. But upon reflection, upon taking some time out and thinking things through, he no longer associates himself with that label. That label does not do justice to who he actually is and what he actually believes. And he's come out and he said on this particular, or in this discussion, that he believes that there is something out there, right? So, which is very interesting. And this got me thinking about the whole idea of labeling, right? Now, I personally have spoken to many atheists over the years who, upon initial introduction, introduced themselves as, I'm an atheist, right? Or I'm a naturalist. But after a couple of minutes of talking to them, we realize that they're not actually an atheist or a naturalist, but they're maybe an agnostic, or maybe not even agnostic. They're somewhere in between. They may believe that there is something out there, but they may not necessarily believe in a theistic conception of God, right? But just by talking things through for a little while, they realize that they're not really an atheist and they just adopted this label, and they don't even remember how they adopted this label sometimes, or that it was given to them because it was a part of their friend circle, etc. But it's very interesting that how labels, or how we can adopt labels or label ourselves in a way which is not in line with what we actually believe deep down inside, right? And the problem with labeling is, as soon as you say, I am an atheist, I am so and so, you have now defined yourself, which, put aside, I don't know what the positives could be from that perspective, but at least from a negative perspective, now you've cut yourself, number one, you've disassociated yourself from the position you truly hold deep inside. And secondly, you've cut yourself off from potentially inquiring further, right? Because if you say you're someone right now, and you're a person who calls yourself an atheist, but if you stop and you reflect and you think about it, am I actually, what I believe inside, is it actually in line with the label I've given myself? And you realize, no, it isn't. I'm actually not an atheist. I actually believe there may be something there. Based on my observations of reality and the world I see around me, there's too much there to deny, and say there's absolutely nothing beyond this physical material existence. That's too much for me to do. I actually understand there is something there. Then, shouldn't you remove yourself from that label and maybe label yourself agnostic or something else instead, which is more in line with what you believe? And therefore now, once you're in line with what you believe, you can work from there and move forward and maybe find the truth or arrive at the truth, right? Something for us to really think about and consider. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Until next time, take care.